Success or disaster?
It's one day before Q4.
I just started. Can you shut up? I know.
Tomorrow is Q4.
I was just filming. Shut the f up. Okay. Man or machine? Who is gonna be your best media buyer? Is it gonna be me? 10 years of Facebook experience? Or is it gonna be a machine kicking my ass? This man here, Yahav, is gonna challenge me. And for a good reason. So let's speak to the man himself. Yahav, pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you, man.
So when it comes to Facebook then, what do you think are the most important things that you have to take care of? I see a lot of people running Facebook and Instagram ads in different fashions. But this space is moving so quickly that it's gonna be hard to keep up with everything, right? How do you guys do it? How do you think about that?
I think that that's the biggest opportunity on Facebook. So the fact that Facebook are actually moving so fast, that's the opportunities. People that adapt quick to content, to audiences, to structuring accounts, to understanding the AI of Facebook, those are the people that at the end scale their companies, that make businesses and make money. So that's for me the opportunity, and that's also our mission.
We're definitely moving into a direction where there's less humans involved in the actual managing of ads, right?
Yeah.
And more machines. And that's something that's pretty scary for a lot of people, right? Because, I mean, first of all, you want to understand what's actually happening. So you want to understand what the machines are doing. And then secondly, a lot of people have to redefine their jobs, right?
Yeah.
But it's a good thing because a lot of the grunt work is actually going to be taken care of. What is it that you think is going to be moved to machines, and what is going to stay with humans for the next years to come?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's what we're dealing with every day. Our vision is basically to go from human into a complete machine. So the so-called autonomous media buying, in a place that the machine can do everything that the Facebook media buyer does. What does it mean for humans and advertisers like us? At the end of the day, we'll just need to focus our time on more content production, more navigating the business. So instead of optimizing your account 3, 4, 5, 6 hours a day, analyzing performances, doing audiences, targeting, bidding, all those things that everyone does to make sure that you're profitable, you will just focus on the things that really move the needles and machine cannot yet do. Yeah? This is exactly where the opportunity is. This is exactly where MAGIX puts the focus right now. I also personally spoke to the Facebook marketing partners team, and they told me, and Facebook is basically saying that the biggest opportunity for a Facebook marketing partner in 2020 would be to figure out how can you tailor content to audiences at scale. So now a software that could connect into an account and understand how can you just turn things around and tailor content with the context, with the right stories to the specific audiences, and produce the content at scale.
Right.
The company that will manage to do it will be a unicorn for sure. For sure they're going to be a company that's going to figure this out, and I have a really good feeling that we'll be the first one that does it.
That would be amazing. I mean, I've been working with MAGIX now for how long? Half a year, maybe?
Yeah.
Is that possible? Yeah. It does show us what machines are capable of in the right hands for now, right? So that's pretty cool.
Basically, already at the end of 2020 or middle of 2020, MAGIX is going to reach a point where you as an advertiser, we just need to give the system some inputs. How much are you willing to spend on acquisition?
Yeah.
How much on retargeting, retention? What's your minimum ROAS for each one of those?
Yeah.
What's the minimum amount you want to spend on the account, no matter what?
Okay.
And what's the amount you're willing to spend unlimited as long as you have higher ROASes?
Yeah.
And the system will be smart enough to control the budget 100% within your framework. So back to the human versus the machine.
Yes.
This is the human, you give the framework, you give your goals, your targets,
right,
and the machine will do everything in between. And I'll give you another example. We talked about this Canon.
Yeah.
If we see that acquisition ROAS performance drop, okay?
Yeah.
Then the system will automatically know to shift the budgets. For example, if remarketing ROAS is lower, it will automatically move the budget from remarketing to acquisition. But maybe sunsetting tactic of MAGIX already sunsetted a bunch of your ad sets, and you actually need more ad sets running, and then the next best audience prediction will automatically launch the best ones for you to fill up your acquisition ones. So look at it as a really big system with a lot of hierarchies and a modular approach. Everything is connected, and it's controlled by the system within your framework. And the ultimate goal, and the only thing that it does, is to maximize your ROI at the end of the day. Even not ROAS, your ROI. Because ROAS doesn't mean anything, especially when you compare retargeting performance to acquisition and attribution. So yeah, I see it as an ROI machine. I really believe that, I said our vision is at the end to be an autonomous media buyer, and I feel like it's going to, that another place, you will see that MAGIX also becomes a commerce machine. What do I mean by commerce machine? Even like a Shopify app that you connect and it makes you some more money. So the same thing here, you'll just connect this autonomous media buyer to your Shopify store or whatever it is, and it will just make you more money by itself. And then that's a commerce machine that is completely autonomous, and yeah, it's not a human.
That's a very, very big proposition, but I do believe it's possible. I mean, I've seen a lot of campaigns that ran through MAGIX, and I do think there is that possibility. So I think you will get there. And I'm super fascinated by what you just said about basically you just enter the KPIs that you want to see, right? So in terms of budget and ROAS and so forth, right?
Because
and
that's
then
how you
machine
operate,
will
right? That's
exactly
how you take decisions.
Exactly. And it's so fascinating because I have clients who give me exactly that data, right? And we've been speaking about that new service that we got to offer, right? And one thing that I want to be very clear about in the onboarding process is what are those KPIs for a company that we support? And I don't think a lot of companies actually know that. A lot of agencies don't ask that. And that's something we want to be very clear about. Just ask people, ask a company, what exactly do you want to see? What's your goal, right? And the specifics about it. But for now, we still have to manage that and try to get there with a lot of tweaks that we're doing.
Yeah.
If your machine can do that, you would give us so much more resources. We would have so much more time and energy to focus on creative part, right? On strategy, on multi-channel, because you serve Facebook and Instagram, which is massive, right? But we could take care of other parts as well. So that would be an amazing value for sure. Not just for us, for every advertiser, right?
I'm 100% sure that we're gonna reach this state by the end of 2020.
That's amazing.
Because at the end, I can even break it down for you. There's not much components that we're missing.
What are you missing?
We're missing strategy budget optimization. Okay, so strategy budget optimization is something that sits. Okay, so Facebook now releases like CBO, and it optimizes the campaigns, right?
Right.
But at the end, you want to optimize budgets on an account level. So you have, what is an account level? It's your strategy. You have acquisition, retargeting, retention, the ARR strategy. So you must have another component that sits on top of all of those CBOs because it's going to be mandatory by February. But
that's what they say. We'll see.
Yeah, there has.
But yes,
there has to be another component that sits on top of all of those different type of audiences, because every audience has a different value, understands how much are you spending on acquisition, how much on retargeting, how much on retention, and then being able to do smart budgeting decisioning, moving between them, and also strengthening the points that are weak. So the strategy budget optimization component is something that's going to sit on top of everything. Then the next thing is this canon concept that I told you that will just launch more audiences for you. We already have automation tactics ready that are kind of using the daily arbitrage to maximize performance for the day. Yeah. So we're maximizing performance for the day. We're going to have strategy budget optimization that shifts budgets around to maximize ROI. We have and we have the AI audience classification that lets you understand acquisition, retargeting, retention. It's part of the strategy budget optimization. And yeah, the final piece is content. Yeah, the final piece is content. And what I said before, how do you tailor the content to the right audiences at scale? And I'm not talking, at the end it comes down to campaigns and assets and ads and, and targeting and splitting demographics and these type of things. Yeah, so that's one thing. And another component is also the understanding what are you testing? Because even if we're just talking about prospecting campaigns, you have 6 different areas in prospecting that you must test. You must test broad targeting. You must test lookalikes. Of course, we have AI lookalikes as well, AI audiences that ERFM model will bring lookalikes on. Then you must test also interest targeting.
Sure.
And you can also test interest with an intersection, as well as lookalike with interest together, which also brings really good performance. And you can even do an intersection. We did it now with the API of Facebook, intersection of lookalike and lookalike together.
Right.
So 1% of purchases with 3% of view content, and you're getting people that are likely to view content and end up purchasing. It's not available through the front end, but I just showed you now 6 different areas that are just within prospecting. And today advertisers, they don't even know about those possibilities. Of course, they don't know how much they spend on all of those.
Yeah.
Maybe lookalikes works 10 times better than interest, but you're still spending your money on interest targeting, and you just didn't notice that there's a lookalike that's crushing it. So this is kind of how we're going to make the autonomous testing or autonomous way of finding opportunities within your ad account. And the last part is the content.
Yeah.
And that's where already today in Creative Insight, where we have creative clusters, and now we're releasing Creative Insights, that we're able to understand which creative, let's say how it's very hard for advertisers today to tell how much they're spending on a creative and how much they're getting. What's the percentage of spend on this creative? Maybe you're spending on it 20%, but it makes 40% of your revenue. Sure. So you want to push that ad more, it's scalable, you know? And you don't see it on Facebook Ads Manager. It's very, very hard to see.
It's almost impossible.
Almost impossible, because of the structure things are. So our system is able to, first of all, get this data input, unify the data, aggregate the performance. We have additional layer of knowledge on top, and then we're also crossing this with data insights from Facebook Ads. So we're able to know the performance of the creatives for demographics, ages, gender, platforms, placements. And then suddenly I can tell you, okay, women that are 35 to 65 plus, that live maybe in the US, are converting really good on Facebook news feeds with 3 of those creatives, okay? And already today, our system has the capability to create campaigns campaigns. So now we're just going to take our campaign creation capabilities together with this brain that we're working on. And then you have, that's the targeting, suggesting what I just said. Those are the creatives, launch it. And you, again, human, that's the machine. And the human will just need to say, launch it. Launch. Opportunity found, launch. You know what? You trust the system in 80%, 90% and above. We'll also release a button that says, automatically apply changes for me.
Okay, all right. When is that button coming?
That's the holy grail, the button.
That freaking button. Okay.